We may have to postpone the trip. The cat sleeps a lot. This is the restaurant where we had our first date. We need to make a reservation for dinner. We need to look after ourselves. I can type fast on the keyboard. I can take a vacation next month. If we go to the beach, we can build sand castles. He has enough friends to support him. The package was carefully opened. The newspaper was read by many. I am very pleased. The car I saw yesterday was a blue sedan. He doesn't play the guitar, does he? If he finishes his work on time, he will come to the party. He plays basketball with his brother. He needs to try to play the guitar. Winter is colder than summer. John is the most talented musician I know. They'll be visiting their grandparents next week. Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. I need a vacation. When I finish reading a book, I write a review. Italian cuisine was served in the restaurant. Students are studying for the exam. If I had more free time, I would learn to cook. If you work hard, you will be successful. The restaurant will close at midnight. Never seen a live performance. He could find a job in the city. There are too many people in the room. I love chocolate. They usually have dinner at a restaurant. What a beautiful song. Did you see my keys? Asked. How melodious. He's not going to buy a new car, is he? Breathtaking. He blamed himself for the mistake. I usually go for a walk after dinner. Mary hates to wash the dishes after dinner. Did he play the piano as a kid? We need to make a reservation for dinner. Her apartment is nicer than hers. I enjoy listening to music. I have a lot of work to do today. We were watching a football match on TV. I was living in London. We have to buy food weekly. The new restaurant is bigger than the old one. He wears a hat to protect himself from the sun. She will visit her grandparents when she goes on vacation. We love going to concerts. They must be tired after such a long journey. I have to buy a new phone because my phone is broken. The city they visited last summer was New York. My teacher likes to read educational books. The restaurant will close at midnight. They must be hungry. Let's prepare some food. The book is more interesting than the movie. The Himalayas are the highest mountain ranges on Earth. If he apologizes, I forgive him. I'm writing an email to my boss. It may be sunny tomorrow. It can be a long journey. If you need help, just ask me. The baby has been sleeping for 2 hours. He visited his friend in another city. They can play the guitar, so can we. If they had called a doctor, he would have come immediately. If he worked, he would pass the exam. My bag is bigger than yours. We couldn't find the correct address. It may rain later today. You didn't go to the gym today, did you? He needs to call his family. Black coffee is stronger than white. The bus has been waiting for half an hour. If he does yoga, he becomes more flexible. The Amazon rainforest is the world's largest tropical rainforest. He could find a job in the city. We can have pizza for dinner. They visited the beach during their vacation. If you work late, you should take a break to rest. It may take some time to finish the project. How gripping. It's raining heavily outside. The red dress is more beautiful than the pink one. Can you lend me some money? He could start his own business. She used to take ballet lessons when she was little. They said we've been waiting for an hour. The photo was posted on social media. You must arrive on time for the appointment. Did you run in the marathon? When the clock strikes midnight, it is New Year's Eve. He was able to find his lost keys. If you eat too much, you may feel sick. He talks to himself when he's nervous. There are too many people in the room. He wears a hat to protect himself from the sun. You can't pass the exam if you don't study. He has been fixing the car since morning. We should call them later, right? We can go camping in the mountains. Jenny is cooking dinner for the family. They bought a new car. He was fixing the leaky faucet in the bathroom. The students studied hard for the exam, so they prepared well. We are aware of its importance. I can't find my keys. As soon as the rain stops, we will go for a walk. If you don't wear a coat, you'll catch a cold. How satisfying. They were rehearsing for the school play. It can be a dangerous situation. You must arrive on time for the appointment. He can easily remember people's names. You should take care of yourself while traveling. This is astonishing. They may disagree with your decision. Email received yesterday. The book I lost was my favorite book. The soup is too salty to eat. The cat sitting at the table is naughty. He doesn't speak Spanish, does he? I have been studying English for 2 years. They just finished their exams. The man whose car was stolen reported the situation to the police. She is shopping for new clothes. We will go skiing in winter. They want to visit Paris next summer. You can play video games if you finish your homework. My brother likes to play video games. We were going to the beach for vacation. We're going to watch a movie at home tonight. We can have a picnic in the park. My sister was driving the car. He always wears a hat. The package is too large for the mailbox. Did you see a shooting star before that night? I've been studying math for hours. Were you studying for the exam? If you don't lock the door, anyone can enter the house. He needs to fix his car. My new job is better than the old one. He likes to go for a walk in the park. He doesn't like swimming. He will start his new job next month. The car I saw yesterday was a blue sedan. The students had already left the classroom when the teacher entered. You remember your name. He didn't finish his book, did he? If he had more time, he would learn to play the guitar. When I'm hungry, I make myself a sandwich. They used to go skiing in the winter. The children play outside all day. The train leaves at 9. If you study well, you will get good grades. Have you ever climbed a mountain? Will they invite us to their parties? Extraordinary. You like chocolate, don't you? What a fascinating story. Mark is going to the concert, and so am I. When he saves enough money, he will buy a new car. I challenged myself to learn a new language. You appreciate good food. Is there enough space in the car for all luggage? They may come to the concert late. The teacher is explaining the lesson to the students. This is the worst movie I've ever seen. This is the most interesting book I've ever read. This is the school where my mother taught. They want to visit the beach. The car I saw yesterday was a blue sedan. If I were a superhero, I would have superpowers. Winter is colder than summer. We won't be able to watch the movie without a ticket. We have been waiting for the bus for half an hour. There may be a misunderstanding. I'm going to visit my grandparents this weekend, she said. The Nile is the longest river in the world. They will be able to help you with your homework. The big cake is sweeter than the small one. He doesn't want to go to the zoo, and neither do I. When I finish reading a book, I write a review. The exam was more difficult than I expected. They like to eat ice cream in summer. The kid with the red hat is my nephew. He has to take his kids to school every morning. This exercise is easier than the previous one. He had finished his presentation by the time the customers arrived. If he had more friends, he would be happier. We are watching a movie tonight. I wish I didn't have to wash the dishes. She had cooked dinner before her guests arrived. Do you have any siblings? He's swimming in the pool. I used to take guitar lessons, but I quit. They were painting the walls of their houses. If it had a better camera, it would take better pictures. She's going to make a cake for the party. We have been waiting for the bus for a long time. He fixed the broken computer. Mary taught herself to play the guitar. The dog barked all night. The photo was posted on social media. I wish I hadn't eaten so much cake. He didn't finish his book, did he? We are waiting for the bus to arrive. The car has been running for 5 hours. If the weather is nice, we will go for a walk. My neighbor likes to garden. She's cooking dinner for the family. I cannot believe my eyes. Extraordinary. My sister works as a teacher. They criticized themselves for poor performance. If he's late, we'll start without him. He can go to a job interview. If it snowed a lot, we would make a snowman. They are listening to the radio in the car. I love chocolate. If you eat too much, you will get sick. The sun rises from the east. If he had time, he would help you with your project. What a delicious meal. The house that Jack built is now for sale. Black shoes are more stylish than brown ones. My brother plays basketball. We clean the house on Saturdays. Breathtaking. If you need help, just ask me. Can you fix the leaky faucet? When the audience arrives, they will start the concert. The new laptop is faster than the old one. The hummingbird is the smallest bird in the world. Have you finished your meal? Did you finish your homework before going out to play? We just arrived at the beach. They had a swimming pool in their backyard. If it's sunny tomorrow, we can have a picnic. They visited the zoo last month. The book I read last month was great. She used to work as a waitress but is now a chef. We are planting flowers in the garden. How breathtaking. Should we study for the exam? The boy sitting next to me is my best friend. What time does the train leave? Asked. The library closes at 1800. You look tired. When the train arrives, get on board. His apartment is smaller than mine. If I don't set an alarm, I'll sleep too much. I wish I had seen the sunset yesterday. They may not be able to attend the ceremony. If he studied harder, he would pass the exam. How lucky. If you eat too much junk food, you can gain weight. If you don't wear a coat, you'll catch a cold. He has enough friends to support him. He has too few friends to invite to his party. We've been friends since high school. The movie was too long and I got bored. The exam was more difficult than I expected. Why did you leave early? Asked. We do not have enough information to make a decision. I wish I didn't have to work on the weekends. He cannot pass the exam unless he studies. Did you play video games all evening? We love spending time together. She was singing a song at the talent show. I need to buy my sister a birthday present. I'll call you back when I'm done with my meeting. What a beautiful song. If I had a magic wand, I would grant all your wishes. They like to camp in the mountains. I take pictures with my camera. When I have free time, I will clean the house. He was happy to be promoted. If it's hot, drink plenty of water to stay hydrated. They're not coming to the party, and neither are we. If they don't hurry, they'll miss the movie. If they don't go now, they'll be late. I can speak Spanish fluently, he told me. We must prepare for the presentation. The blue car is more expensive than the green one. He will find a new job soon. We watched a documentary on TV. It costs a lot of money. I played the guitar at the concert. How striking. He doesn't like spicy food, and neither do I. Did you finish your homework before going out to play? I wish I had seen the sunset yesterday. I want to have pizza for dinner. Could you please help me move this heavy desk? They play tennis all afternoon. His painting hangs on the wall. The book was borrowed from the library. Few tickets left for the concert. The house they sold was too small for their family. When we arrived at the venue, the party had already started. He was able to find his lost keys. He didn't come to the party because he was sick. The new jacket is warmer than the old one. I have been studying English for 2 years. The problem was solved by the teacher. We can visit the museum tomorrow. I will do the grocery shopping on the way home. Have you ever tried skydiving? I have enough money to buy a new laptop. He was listening to music while doing his homework. He plays guitar in a band. He poured himself a cup of coffee. He eats his lunch in the cafeteria. The library closes at 1800. We cleaned the house all day. We're going to the beach tomorrow. Gripping. If I find my keys, we can go. They haven't seen each other in a long time, have they? She dances salsa on the weekends. We listen to the radio in the car. He likes to watch comedy movies. He's seen that movie before. They didn't go shopping, did they? He listens to music while cleaning the house. This is the park where we played when we were kids. He would quit his job if he won the lottery. He brushes his teeth twice a day. I am so happy. The movie, which was released last week, is a complete comedy. He will finish his homework before watching TV. It can be a long journey. The Great Wall of China is the tallest man-made structure. He has a strong work ethic. Have you tried the new restaurant in town? He cooked dinner for us. If it rains, we will stay at home. He took a shower and got ready for bed. They are late for the train. He always wears a hat. If I feel tired, I go to bed early. We have lived in this city for 5 years. We picnic in the summer. What a great movie. The car has been running for 5 hours. We paint the living room. We watched the movie twice. We have sufficient resources to complete the project. Jenny works in the garden. I was studying English last night. I love pizza and my sister does too. I watched that TV show many times. Had he ever traveled alone before his backpacking trip? He goes to bed early. If they invite us, we should bring a gift. He takes pictures of the beautiful sunset. We have to go now, right? They like swimming, and so do we. If you don't wear a coat, you'll catch a cold. If he finishes his work on time, he will come to the party. The picture was hung on the wall. He will visit his grandparents during the holidays. She is writing a story for her blog. They visited Paris, we visited. We often go to the park. She caught herself staring at him. We watched a movie together, laughing and crying. He has to finish his report by the end of the day. The dog is barking at the postman. We may have to postpone the trip. If I don't forget, I'll call you tomorrow. I can type fast on the keyboard. He could start his own business. We had a car, but we sold it. The house they built is quite large. The Sahara Desert is the hottest desert in the world. He doesn't like horror movies, and neither do I. I used to be afraid of spiders, but not anymore. The book fell off the shelf by itself. The movie, which was released last week, is a complete comedy. He has to study for his exam tomorrow. If it's sunny tomorrow, we can have a picnic. We were watching the sunset on the beach. She can play the violin very well. We played tennis on the court. The new teacher is friendlier than the old one. They help themselves to a snack. We can't go on vacation if we don't save money. You can have dessert if you eat all your vegetables. I am feeding the cat. If we finish early, we can go for a walk. I wish I could fly like a bird. I am very lucky. If you don't hurry, you'll miss the bus. They were swimming in the pool.